We're just now starting the video. Been yelling at people all day since I got here. Been calling all these different places trying to get things resolved or things in motion or so on and so forth. And it's just how it went. Put it like that. As always, Sway's been hard at work, pushing through on the Z. Transmission is in, torque converter's in, lines are on. Always working on lines now.
Drive shaft is measured.
The process for the drive shaft has been started. I'm about to get started on this car and figure out why the alternator is not working. Whether it's the car, why it's not working, or it's the actual alternator, why it's not working. So to save myself a trip to the store, I'm going to pull this alternator out and put it in the FD next door and see if it charges in there. Because if it does, then the issue is with the car. So before I start chasing wires and doing all these different things, I want to make sure that that works first. Alternator swapped into this FD, got the multimeter hooked up, the battery. Now we're going to start it. And all we need to see is that this alternator works. And when it does, that means now I can start my troubleshooting. There we have it. It doesn't work. So with some degree of certainty, alternator's bad. So what do? I have a spare alternator up here that may or may not be good. I think it works. I'll put this one in and test it. If this one works, then I'm gonna put this in her car, and then ideally it'll be problem solved. At least that's what I hope, anyway. I think we're seeing double.
There's two red RX-8s here?
Yeah, both 09s. Both 09s.
That is wild.
It is wild. Yes. What are the chances of that? Oh, Victor's here.
Oh, hi guys.
Hello. Yes, there are two of these. What are the chances of that? There's also two black FDs. It's also very cool. And there's also an Odyssey. The electrical issues with this car are basically sorted out. Alternator confirmed bad. It's got a good alternator in it now, which is the one from the other car. The draw that she said it had, and Victor helped troubleshoot that, and through a clever guess, we all know it's actually skill and experience is what it was. But we found the problem. It was the security relay. So it was drawing 0.2 to 0.3 amps completely off. No key light, door closed, everything just car off. Unplug the security relay, it drops to what, 0.02?
No.
What was it?
0.002.
0.002. So basically zero, which is very good and what it should be. So boom, draw solved, electrical charging issue is solved. Now we just have to tackle the big thing, which we're gonna do tomorrow. But in the meantime, this FD showed up. So this car came here a couple weeks ago or something. The clutch master went out, replaced that, rebuilt the slave, bled it, works again. But in the process of doing that, the owner had a suspicion that the clutch was actually slipping, and come to find out it was, because after we put all the clutch stuff in it, I went to go drive it, and sure enough, if you bean it, then it'll woo and then catch. So the clutch is definitely slipping. So we got all new parts for him. We got a rear main, we got the clutch, I think we got some other little stuff in there too. So we're gonna knock this out, get him his car back, and then we can deal with all the other things, because the car doesn't run too great. In other news, Josue got the Z all the way to the stopping point. Excellent work that he did. So, of course, the trans is in, the lines are made, and of course, for anybody who needs to know, the TT auto cooler lines are longer than the NA by just enough. And this is how we did that. So, used a pipe cutter, cut the pipe, flared both ends, and we stuck a stainless line on it and did that. So, fixed up the slack, and it's all good. And I also forgot, the car that this transmission came from, I did the pan gasket and the filter already, so we already don't have to do that. Problem solved. Torque converter's in, the wiring was extended for this, so that's perfect now, and it goes all the way back there. Starter and everything else is done. So the only thing that we need for this is wait for the drive shaft to come in. And once the drive shaft shows up, the exhaust can go back on. We can put oil in this, and we're gonna do oil change for him as well. And then boom, he's good to go. This car, all the parts were ordered, which is clutch, flywheel, and clutch master and a slave. So clutch parts for this car as well. Clutch, transmission, clutch. We're all doing driveline stuff for everybody. Quick reset, quick tidy up. Pull this car in. Show off the seat cover. Look how fancy we are, because we're professionals. Look at that. See? We care. I swear we do. Look at that. Cover up the seat. We got seat cover. Ba-bam, pa-boom, pa-pow.
You didn't even let me touch the key with my glove.
Yeah, you weren't even allowed to touch the key. We've recharged. Shout out to the homie Brian for the surprise wings. It gave us the energy and the willpower to go on and stuff. All right, we're powering through this FD. He's getting a clutch. We got a brand new flywheel, and of course the whole XD kit. We also have a rear main because there's a bunch of oil under here. It could be the rear main.
It's all over the tray as well.
Yes, it is. Also, it's all over the tray. Could be the rear main or it could be the oil pan. I think it's the rear main because the oil pan, for the most part, is dry everywhere else, and the leak is kind of isolated right there. So we're gonna replace the rear main while all this stuff is out. There it is, and all of its OEM goodness. Stock part. This pipe right here sucks. I'm obviously not used to working around it. But there it is. A1 twins. So this weird downpipe, whatever that is, and yeah, lots of oil. Definitely a rear main. It's all back behind the thing there. Get that sorted out. Also, his oil pedestal is leaking quite a bit, so I need to replace those O-rings as well. We don't have any on hand, so we can't replace them right now. But first time that the clutch was bad was when the starter came out. Boom! You can see some of the clutch right there on the starter. It's not oil, it's not sludge, that is clutch. And then same thing here in the bell housing. Well, that is sludge and stuff, but the rest of this, clutch. Ooh, you can see the circle of it. That's fun. All right, cool. All right, so Sway's gonna do that. I'm gonna pull this off, pull all this off, get the rear main replaced, and we're gonna throw all this back up. You can see the extent here. I'll show you the flywheel in a second. It is not good. Yeah, there's all the oil there. You can see it all traces back. Boom! Right there, rear main. So clutch disc, 100%. They got the full value of this thing. Full value. And it is the original clutch, as far as I know. DK, or Daikin, which is XZ. But yeah, full value of this clutch has been done. Pressure plate is trash. So this right here, this whole section is basically like a scab, and then that whole thing exists on the flywheel as well in multiple locations. So I don't even know if this flywheel could have been resurfaced. It's trash. All of it is trash. So there's that, but good thing we got all new stuff. Everything is clean. Marked it 1125. Wiped off all the oil, cleaned it, wiped it down. New seal is in, so on and so forth. It's looking all spiffy. All done. Everything's tidied up, nice and clean. We had to replace some hardware, so on and so forth. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. Some new gaskets and stuff. There is a weird coolant leak, so we're pressure testing it now to see exactly where it's coming from. It's not, doesn't seem to be making it on the ground, but it is leaking from right under the reservoir. But it's strange because the reservoir is brand new. It's not just the neck either. All the way down, the physical bottle is brand new.
It's holding pressure. So it's probably just a faulty cap.
All right, so it held pressure, but you can hear it slightly bubbling over into this. So definitely gonna rule it into a bad cap. He's driving around with coolant inside the car, which he wasn't doing last time, which was just a couple weeks ago, I think. So this is new, but yeah, he needs a new cap for the AST, which realistically just needs to be deleted. But in the meantime, you know, $6-7 for a cap is a good fix. After getting a little intimate with this car, we have a list of recommendations for it, and I will go over that with the owner. Basically all maintenance. This car was sitting for a real long time, and now he's driving it again. So just basically recovery stuff, fluids, brakes, so on and so forth. All right, so first start after everything. Good.
Transmission is moving.
Yeah, it will. Stop. They all do that. If you watch like Best Motoring, what?
Like that?
Yeah. If you watch like the Best Motoring videos as they're driving, the in-car camera, you'll watch the transmission dance with the car. Up and down, up and down, up and down, all over the place. Yeah, it's very soft. Very, very, very soft. That's when you have stock, worn out motor mounts and no anything else, that's exactly what you get. But it's supposed to be like that. So fairly productive day today. Got a bunch of stuff done. Josue got the Z sorted out. Just waiting on drive shaft for that. That'll be here, or it'll be made in about a week or so. The other black FD, got that sorted out. Charging issue. Alternator sorted out. And then of course, boom, speed run clutch change on this car. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty good. The only thing that we didn't get to, which I really wanted to get to, but we didn't get to, is that RX-8. So got to finish that first thing tomorrow. Finish the wiring for that first thing tomorrow so that car can go. It's the only reason why it's here. Look at that view. Legends everywhere. Except for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
No! You'll get there.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, today's a good day, but it's the end of the day. Now it's time to leave. So tomorrow, ideally, 2 cars are going to leave. Clutch FD and Camera RX-8. Cool nicknames, huh? And then we're going to work on this tomorrow, and we're going to fix the problem that is most aggravating. It is what it is. Things went too easy. Sometimes you got to pay your dues. And then this is going to be pushed around for a little while. We're probably going to make space for it over there so we don't have to keep moving it, because it's going to be here for at least
Another week.
at least. Yeah. And next week is a short week. Yeah.
So would we get that before?
No.
So that's sitting.
Yeah. Till when we get back. So good day. Good day tomorrow. Let's put in a lot of work today. He leveled up a little bit. Dang.
Level up.
Felt that.
Yeah.
Felt that. All
So
right.
it's the final boss, I guess.
This was nothing. This was the end of disc 1. Maybe. Not even. This was a mid boss on the first disc.
Mid-exam.
Midterms.
Midterms again.
Yeah. Midterms again. High school was not that long ago for him. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's alright. It's okay. Alright, see you guys tomorrow.